All right, welcome back. We are back into the classroom and we're moving on. We're graduating from the templates and tools, starting here, client acquisition. So now we're going to close some of these deals. So the whole idea around this is that we get a baseline for building your go-to-market strategy and your sales playbook by leveraging AI and specifically custom GPTs that we've built specifically for you and for other fractional professionals. So always start here. If you haven't built your fractional profile, do that. If not, all the custom GPTs that you walk into always ask you that because when we build these, they're based on best practices around that specific task. And also, we want to customize it to you and your company and who you serve and what your fractional practice is all about. So, assuming you've gone through all these, we've got our acquisition, client acquisition engine running. So, once we get them, now we want to, let's say, create some proposals and scopes of work. And so in fractional, there's different ways of like packaging and pricing your particular offer, and there's no one specific way to do it. That's kind of the cool thing about running your own business is that you get to choose how you package it and price it. So we do have a module around pricing and offering here that you can use a custom GPT to interact with, figure out, brainstorm with, kind of interact with to figure out what that right mix might be for you. And so let's assume that you have that idea and that you've built your offer and built like what you're actually going to go to market with and how you're going to interact with clients. Well, then there's two different GPTs in this module along with a prompt playbook like there is in all of them. But what we want to do in these proposals essentially, right? Proposals and scopes of work is not just say, hey, here's what we're going to deliver, but like sell the value of working with us. And so when you're working with these custom GPTs, you'll notice that when you're creating a proposal, it's not just saying, hey, we're going to like do this amount of hours, we're going to deliver this, and this hours deliver this. That kind of falls flat. What we want to do is like really customize this for clients and also customize it based on what we do and what we deliver and our unique approach to what we do and maybe some of our case studies and testimonials in the past because that's going to help influence these scopes of work and these proposals because they're still part of the sales process, right? They haven't signed a deal, they haven't paid you any money yet. So we still want to keep compelling them and persuading them and giving them like really positive things about what we do and how we can support them and be very empathetic with them about what we can do for them. So that's why these two custom GPTs are designed to like create these like persuasive proposals. So a proposal typically is just a proposal to say, hey, here's how we're thinking of working with you. And then once they kind of confirm on a range and a kind of a scope, then you can create a scope of work. And so it kind of depends on how you work. So some fractional professionals just have a proposal and you sign the agreement. Some of them have a proposal and then say, yeah, that's kind of good. And then let's really create a scope of work. And the scope of work really outlines in detail exactly what you're going to do. So it depends on your client, depends on how you operate. So that's why we put in the proposal and scope of work generator. I click let's go. It's going to ask us some general questions about who we are, but we've already curated our profile, so we're good to go. Maybe one question we should answer is like pricing model. So maybe when we worked with that pricing and offer that we kind of decided that our monthly is 3K, went on 3 months. Cool. So just add some extra context. So what's cool about this is that it's creating a general proposal for you. So you could save this as a template. And again, when you're like interacting with this GPT, save this as a Google Doc or a Word doc or something like that. And then when you come into this GPT, say, "Hey, here's my profile. Here's our how we build our proposals. Now generate me a proposal for this particular company." So I'm going to see if we can customize it. But first, you can see it's just like builds out the proposal in Canvas. This is called Canvas, little pop out. You can like export this, copy it, download it, share it, that sort of thing. And then in the chat, we have a few other things too. So like here's your sales pitch toolkit. So again, these custom GPTs are thoughtfully put together to help you build that like go to market offer and go to market sales strategy. And so we put in these things too, right? So we've got a client proposal and also a sales pitch toolkit. Pitch deck outline, that sort of thing. Cool. See if we can customize it for this particular company. So this company, Actionable.co, they are known for helping consultants scale behavior change. Very cool. So now we can customize this proposal for a particular client. And if you wanted to add in any sort of like context in terms of um, calls that you had with them or transcripts, you can always upload these as attachments to give more context to like include that in the proposal or say, hey, can you capture some client quotes to help reinforce the value of what we're driving for this particular client? Very powerful. Cool. So we did the proposal, right? So the proposal is a little bit more, again, like high level. Scope of work is very, very detailed. And so that's why it's asking for a little bit extra information. And so, again, just answer it as if it was helping you out as your scope of work generator. Now it starts developing this customized, very professional, very structured scope of work for a CEO, talking about the overviews and objectives, key deliverables, timeline, responsibilities, limitations and exclusions, payment terms. And so again, like all these things are customized, right? Now you can just have a conversation with it, but we've got a really great start to building an SOP or sorry, SOW after a call, even leveraging a transcript or leveraging a kind of agreement to a proposal. So that's awesome. So now we've attracted our clients, we've got them. Now we're going to bring them over the line by having these very convincing and relevant and personal proposals and scopes of work. So now we have our clients in. How do we deliver? How do we kind of deliver on that promise of what we promised in that scope of work to our clients in a way that's scalable, that allows us to leverage AI to build out these really high quality assets and high quality deliverables for clients based on our best practices, our methodologies, our strategies, and leveraging our essentially our mind and our brain. That's what we're going to dive into next in the next video. So see you in to deliver more, work less,